Bah, Scott GOALmez, you still suck, SC. Really, Bruiser? When are you gonna get off this, GOALmez hatred? Really, when? No, I don't care, he can't speak French. I don't know if you haven't noticed, but he was traded for Chris Higgins. You might want to look him up. Let's go Bulldogs. Well, folks, another clutch win for our Montreal Canadiens tonight. 5-3 over the Tampa Bay Lightning in what was another crucial game for the Habs. Taking a look at the standings, you might say that tonight was the knockout blow for the Tampa Bay Lightning, and I realize it's early, but this puts 7 points between the Habs and the Lightning, and that may be too much for them to overcome late in the season. Now on to tonight's game. I don't know about the rest of you, but to me, that was Scott GOALmez's absolute best game of the season. Bang, Scott GOALmez. The energy that he created in the first 10 minutes of the game was absolutely 8-1, outstanding, and the Lightning really had no answer for him. After the Habs drew a quick power play to start the game, he set up Glenn Metropolitan for his 15th goal of the season as Metro is racing towards 20, and wouldn't that be unreal? Matthew Darche also pots 2 more goals. He's been outstanding for the Habs. You can't really knock him. There's no way you can. Now, tonight's game had some very bad news for the Habs. Thomas Plekanec left the game after an awkward knee-on-knee collision with Matthias Ohlund of the Tampa Bay Lightning, and he did not return to tonight's game. And if you really want to talk about frustration, the Habs were 3 or 4 games away from getting Camilleri back, and just as you think, great, the Habs are going to be healthy, you give us this. And while I'm not one to blame injuries, just frustrating, really frustrating. I guess it goes to say that the tone of the season really was set in that opener in Toronto when they lost Andrei Markov all the way into the Christmas break. This is a team that's never really been able to get healthy, and I don't know what you want to blame on that, but the bottom line is they just can't ice their full roster on any given night. And I really wonder, just how good do you think this team would be if they could ice an actually healthy roster? Do you think they'd be 5th place, 4th place? Who knows? We really just don't know. Now back to Scott GOALmez. A lot of people bashed this trade in July, I'm sure you remember, because of GOALmez's awful contract, which I don't have to say Bob Gainey didn't sign, it was Glenn Sather, but nonetheless the Habs absorbed the salary, which drew a lot of criticism. Ever since the Benoit Pouliot trade, Scott GOALmez has really come into his own with the Habs, and he looks extremely comfortable now, and he's got 8 points since the Olympic break. I don't know about you, but I'll take 2 points per game from my second line center. While Habs fans will rant and rave about Benoit Pouliot's goal scoring, which I am in complete agreement with, you have to see the correlation between Pouliot's success with being on Scott GOALmez's line. I'm sure the two have quite a close relationship to each other. As it seems they've been getting in the last week or two, the Habs get some serious help from their Eastern Conference race mates as the Leafs beat Boston. Bah, the Bulldogs are going to make the playoff for sure, and nobody talk about us, eh? It's not fair, see. But thank you, Leafs. Much needed win, and we appreciate it in Montreal. Thanks, guys. So 3 in a row for the Habs. Up next are the lowly Edmonton Oilers, the worst team in the NHL, on Thursday night. And you got to be thinking 4-game winning streak, right? Right? Not to look too far forward, but on Saturday night is one of the biggest games. Oh, who am I kidding? The biggest game of the year. Saturday night, Boston, Montreal, Bell Center, 7 o'clock. Gonna be epic. Till next time, enjoy the playoff race, and like I said, I'll post some links so you can peruse. Ta-ta!